How long did it take you to create 1 hour of material?
1 hour material, it's probably 8 months.
So is it true that you have a small dick?
So actually, my dick is normal, but compared to my balls, it really does look small.
Oh, wow. I started being known as Chris 3 Balls.
It didn't mean a lot to you, but for me, it was like, oh,
Like,
no.
you have a vein popping out. Like,
Oh shit! Oh, this guy's good. Oh, hold on.
Cincau Nation, we are back, and we had some great comedians come to our studio. We had Panji, we had Chucky, we had Tetran, we had Sole, but now we have the GOAT. Well, the self-proclaimed GOAT, to be honest. But he's still a GOAT. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Pamungkas!
Whoa! Thanks for having me.
Did I
Appreciate it.
pronounce it right? Pamungkas?
You pronounced it
Okay.
beautifully and perfectly.
And this is one thing that I want to say, because there's many people that when they become famous, their ego take over.
Yeah.
And I met Gay, I think 4 years ago. I just started doing comedy. I was doing comedy in Canggu just for Bules. And I was having a show, which at that time, all the shows were pretty much open mics because everyone sucked in that shows. And it was on a rooftop of a very small cafe in Canggu. And then someone said, oh, Gay wants to join. I was like, who's Gay? I didn't know nothing about Indonesian culture. I was like, yeah, sure, he can join. And he came, and he was the nicest dude. I had no idea who he was. And at that time, I remember there were only 2 Indonesian girls in the crowd. Everyone else was Bule, and they went insane because they were like, oh my fucking God, Gay's here. I don't believe it. And he did a set. He did very well. I remember you started very strong. You started with something like, well, the thing with terrorism is and I was like, what the fuck? And by the way you interacted with everybody, I would have never thought you were such a big deal. And because you're very humble, and since then I've always had a lot of respect and a lot of appreciation of you. So
Appreciate it.
I wanted to tell you, because many times, of course, you meet famous people and they're like, yeah, I'm famous, fuck off. But you're a really cool guy. You are.
No. Because for me, to get the point where I'm standing right now, I have to appreciate all of those who helped me.
Fair.
And for instance, Regi Hasibuan,
Yeah.
he introduced me to you, and Regi said that you gotta meet this guy. His name is Chris. He's Italian, and he's good. He mentors all the comics in Bali, and then
Shout out to
Regi. And well, one thing like another, and then the next day I went to one of your classes.
Exactly.
Right?
Like I was like you to come to my class. It was an honor, and I had no idea. After you left, I Googled. I was like, oh shit, okay, this guy is legit.
Yeah.
But before we talk about, of course, GOAT, I introduced you as a GOAT.
Yeah.
Since I know you're a big fan of MMA, and I'm a huge fan of MMA.
Really?
Oh, I love MMA. In Bali, I also do fight announcing.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God, you should come to my podcast then. Yes. Oh my God.
Of course.
Yeah. Or probably we'll come to Bali and then have
And
podcast.
also, maybe you don't know this. So the Bali MMA scene is exploding.
Oh really?
So before there was only one gym called Bali MMA, very good gym. And then they started popping out new gym. One of the gym I represent, Soma, actually has a couple of UFC fighters training there.
Wow, who?
He so Mike, I love that guy. He's a New Zealand guy that really helped expand the MMA scene in Indonesia. And his idea was to make Bali the new Phuket.
Okay.
And Bali is really becoming, now there's a lot of legit teams. And there's so many people in Bali that are UFC, PFL. There is one in the gym I represent that he fights for an organization called Octagon. But just a few weeks ago, he performed, he did a fight. He won a fight in Germany in front of 60,000 people.
Wow.
Yes. And the two UFC fighters actually that train in Bali are the first Indian UFC fighter male and the first Indian female UFC fighter.
Oh, I had no idea that.
They're still low in the rankings.
Okay.
But for example, a few UFC champion did even the training camp in Bali. I don't know if you know Yair Rodriguez, the Mexican guy.
What?
So before going to Australia and when he won the interim champion, he was in Bali training.
Okay, now that is not a Bule GoVlog, right?
Yeah.
That is Bule Go Kill. Be aware of that. Be advised, guys.
He's a killer. But who do you think is the GOAT of MMA?
The GOAT of MMA right now, for me, I gotta hand it to you. It's gotta be John Jones.
Yeah.
For me, but it's heavyweight. On light heavyweight, probably. No, it's probably. Of course, it's Alex Pereira.
Yeah, Alex Pereira is insane because he's been in the UFC for 3 years and he already was double champ and the shortest time between 3 defenses. He's an absolute killer.
Yeah, he's a killer. He's Israel Adesanya got whooped twice. Yeah, back then when he was in kickboxing, and then last time when he's in UFC. So yeah, I guess it's Alex Pereira.
And the rivalry is interesting because when Adesanya was the champion of the UFC,
Yeah.
Pereira said that he was an alcoholic in the bar, having no future, and then he was like, "I don't want to be the guy that just said I beat that guy." And so he became in the UFC and became the champion as well.
And did you know the last podcast that Israel Adesanya had? He said that word.
Now he's the guy.
Yeah. I beat that guy. He said that. Oh my, it's beautiful, you know.
It is. But we're geeking out about MMA. Let's change.
yeah.
I can talk about MMA for 6 hours straight.
Well, actually, we can talk about a lot of things. We haven't had that much of appointment yet, right? Just last time we met, it was in Bali.
Yes, for the anniversary of Imaginary and Ha Ha Ha.
Yeah, and I love the way you say ha ha ha.
I say it like I'm laughing.
It's very genuine. But yeah, the reason why I love to talk about comedy with you is because you have a lot of references.
I had to study a lot. Yes, because I came into the stand-up world very late. I started doing stand-up comedy that I was 34, 35.
Oh, really? 34?
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 39. I just started 4 years ago.
4 years?
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 13 years. Wow, hats off.
And I was like, fake it till you make it, because I started that there was no comedy scene. So my first shows were shows that I would organize. And because in Bali there was no comedy scene at the time, I was doing open mics sometimes with 300 people.
That's a lot, 300, right? It's
Yeah.
not 3 people. Have you done comedy with 3 people before? I had.
I had, unfortunately, a few times, and I hate it.
Yeah. It's like, it's like just talking. Well, in first years of my career, I've done 3 people or 5 people.
That's rough.
And there's one time that there's no audience, but I do stand-ups on a stage. Meanwhile, the viewers, that's not viewers, the listeners are people that are driving in a car. So it was like a radio show.
Oh, well, also during the pandemic, many comedians did like online shows, which are the worst.
Which was the worst, yeah, because we can't hear them laugh. But, a couple of comedians found out that when you do online shows in Zoom, you can use the background as your arsenal.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Well, because I've had a lot of weird gigs in my life. So, for example, one of the weirdest gig I had was in Lombok. For the MotoGP, they invited me and they had me doing this show in this beautiful place. And they created a platform on top of the swimming pool.
Oh,
and it was also half submerged, so like up to my calf, I had the water. So I also had to be careful not to fall and then get electrocuted by the mic. But the way it was is that the crowd was so distant. It was like more than 50 meters away. So actually, I invited Mo. Mo came with me to do that gig. I couldn't even hear anything. So I would do the joke, then I would count in my mind until 5, and then I would do the next joke.
Can you hear them laughing?
No. It was horrible.
Yeah.
What's the worst gig you've ever done?
My worst gig ever done was I was in Sumatra,
Okay.
and there's this company, an oil company,
Oh, the corporate gigs are awful.
corporate gigs. So the venue was I do a stand up in the middle of a stadium of a football
Oh,
stadium,
wow.
right?
Damn.
The audience they were on the seats,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's a long way. The audience couldn't see me, and then the event organizer said that, oh, don't worry, we have a screen
Of course.
that shoots your face on the screen. But I just realized when I was doing this show, the screen is not zoomed in. So it's just like the POV of a man, just like, putting out a camera, but not zooming in.
Mm-hmm.
So the audience couldn't see me as well. And
And the expressions are very important.
I was doing a lot of act out back then. And also the audio, the microphone has a 1.25 delay, 1.25 seconds delay, which is a lot. So whenever I do stand-ups, I talk and then I put my mouth shut and I do the act out afterwards. And I couldn't hear laughter. The audience were preparing
Wow.
so there's an outfit or like a cosplay for the entire town. So they weren't paying attention. They were just putting out their suits. They're like giant caterpillars or giant cats or some sort. And yeah, I blew it. And afterwards, after the show, there were like corporate eatings
Oh,
where
yeah.
where me and the other performers have to eat with the same table with the echelons and the chief of staffs and the directors and stuff. It was humiliating, the
Yeah,
ones that-
but that's
yeah.
the beauty of comedy, because when it goes wrong, it goes absolutely terrible.
It was, yeah. Do we? Here's a question that people often ask me. This question, like, why do you do stand-ups? Because there's a lot of there are a lot of factors that could make you go error, or there are a lot of factors that could make you go wrong, like the venue or the audience or the audio microphone and
Of
so
course.
right. But I said, if you succeed in doing one, you have this sudden urge of adrenaline, sudden urge of, wow, I'm the guy. Like
I'm the goat.
Meanwhile,
I'm the goat. Yeah, right. Like, after all these writings, all these months of preparations, I could make you laugh with my wit, with my intelligence. But when it goes failed, you go the other way around. Like, oh my God, I'm the worst human being.
Yeah.
I could just, take my own life or some sort. It was depression.
It is.
It was
It's
depression, yeah.
at the very least micro depression when you bomb.
Yeah.
The,
yeah.
The best bomb that I've ever seen, and I hold it very close to my heart, is this. So I used to do a weekly show in Bali. And there was one guy that for one whole year was in the front row heckling. And he was one of those guys that thinks he's helping when he heckles, because he was completely drunk, front row, Dutch guy, heckling all the time. And one time I told him, listen, just go on stage. You want to talk? Just fucking go on stage. And then he was like, I was like, you know what? You're a coward. That's why you don't go on stage. So he decided, okay, we're going to do a show. So I put him on the lineup on a charity show. And he was in a place in Bali where it was half open, so it was surrounded by rice field, very beautiful. And he did a set, and he didn't even get one chuckle, nothing.
Oh.
But the best part is that because it was rice field, you could actually hear the crickets. And people started laughing at never seen that guy again.
That is God's helping you.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was amazing. That was amazing. But so I saw that your last special was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 or 11 years ago.
So
I
what
think.
made you come back? Is it because you did stand up fest and you did so good that you were like, you know what, I can do another special now?
Actually, Stand Up Fest was like, you know what, this is just one of the things that I do. Just do it and then go home. But after I do the Stand Up Fest, and then I was overwhelmed because it kind of I kind of feel like, I have these gay Pamungkas that were 10 years ago with all the swagger, with all the look, the glare, and I've never done that in years. My audience has always been a corporate guy, big bosses, big boys, and some. And a lot of important people, so I can't do the glare thing, the what like that. I can't. So it's always been the gay Pamungkas that is humble and like full of smile. Yeah, for corporate gig. And for the first time in so many years, it reminded me of how I love this art, how I love all the artists that are behind it. And then Awe, you know Awe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Awe. He comes to me after my show, and then he said to me like, you should do a 1 hour special because well, a lot of people will wait for you, and then what you expect us to see you if stand up Indo builds another show, and then there you go, and we can only see you for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and
Because also I remember I was watching the stories from everybody, of course, and with a little bit of jealousy because I didn't get invited, but it's fair because I'm not part of Stand Up Indo, so it wouldn't make sense. But I was like, damn it, I wish I performed that. Sometimes you see a venue, you're like, fuck, I wish I was.
you're Stand Up Italy, right?
Exactly.
Stand Up Italy, yeah.
Sushi, stand-up comedy Italy.
Italy.
And everyone was saying, they were giving their comment, who was the best? And most of the people were saying you.
I appreciate it.
That performance, a stand-up Indo was extremely good.
Oh, is that from Panji?
From everybody.
Oh.
Like everybody, every time like with Jamboree and stuff, everyone is like, oh, who was my best, my second best, my third best? And the best one, everyone was putting you on. And so that Awe convinced you to do a show. And how long did it take you to create 1 hour of material?
1 hour material? It's probably 8 months. So here's the thing.
Fair, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm not a fast writer. Like a lot of stand-up comedians in Indonesia, they are fast writers. They can like, okay, this is a premise. Wait for me for 1 week, and I'll write you good material. Like Fatih Andika, for instance. But for me, I tend to research a bit. So most of my materials, I don't wanna offend a lot of people.
Just a little bit of people.
Just a little bit of people. But even though the people is offended, I tend to, it's more funny.
Yeah.
It's funnier, so people will get laughed instead of getting mad.
And I think that's the key with offensive jokes. Offensive joke is not that they're offensive, but sometimes they're not funny enough to talk about that topic.
Yeah. So, and for me, I'm the type of comedian who doesn't like to insult my audience. So I don't do crowd work a lot. Even though I do crowd work, it's always been on their behalf of, you're coming to my show, you're having a good time, you're trying to have a good time. And if I'm gonna put another show on 1 year from now, I want to assure you to come again because you're having a good time today.
Fair.
So I don't want to get, I paid for your ticket and then you make fun of me. What the hell, man? I want to respect my audience like that. So for me to write a material, it means to entertain all of my people, even though it's impossible, but at least.
And also you have a wide a range of people that come to your show.
Yeah, and I have a wide areas of, most of comedians, well, for example, let's say Raditya Dika. Raditya Dika, he's 39 years old, 37. And most of his audience were like age of 20 or age of 21. But when I started GOAT, I just realized that I have an age of 17, of 20s, 30s, and 40s.
That's awesome, though.
I was like, what the hell is going on? I have no idea because, probably because I don't like to talk about offensive things. Even though if I talk about offensive things, I tend to try to make it a little bit entertaining. Just keep it light, keep it.
And so GOAT, what is GOAT about?
Well, GOAT is about me being back for who I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing you explained before.
Yeah. So the reason why it's GOAT, actually, the first moment I want to create a special, the naming is a little bit difficult. So I asked my wife Kiku, what should I name the show? And then she was like, "Well, what are you trying to prove? what are you trying to bring into the show? And I was like, I wanted to get back the old me and the newest me. So there's a lot of tempo, there's a lot of version of me, there's a lot of a lot of act out, but a lot of intelligent jokes like verbal.
Indonesians love act out. You guys do a lot of act out.
Well, you know what they say, we always love the apa sih, rumput tetangga. The greener the grass is better.
The grass is always green on the other side.
Yeah. The grass is always greener on the other side. So I always felt jealousy about, shout out to one of my mentors, Isman. Isman has a really great verbal, and he taught me like that. And Ernest Prakasa, Panji, and Radit also has great verbal jokes. So I tend to to like a scientist, like.
So you want to mix a little bit of every kind of style.
Yeah. And then Kiko said, "Oh, then why don't you just call it goat? It is get on all tempo."
That's
like
clever.
It's a pun of goat.
Yeah.
I was like, well, okay, I'll do it. And alhamdulillah, the aftermath, the result is astounding. People were like, they were overjoyed, and a couple of stand-up communities across Indonesia, like, could you please go on tour?
Yeah.
Because
so the idea was maybe just do it in Jakarta, and then people started.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do a couple of podcasts that said now there will be no digital download. There will be no tours, because this is just me having fun. I want to have fun with my audience and myself.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Okay, that come out quite wrong. I want
to have fun by myself. Okay, you want to pleasure yourself.
No, I want to be, play with myself. no, that went terribly wrong. I want to have fun on stage, right? And then after the show, people were like, this is, you can't just do this kind of material just once. You have to do it over and over again.
And even here, like, it's very weird for me that you have the round 1 and round 2.
Yeah.
Because you already had the big finale, the Jakarta show, but then you're like, you know what, fuck it, let's do some more cities.
Yeah, I wanna put it like, do you remember when there are a couple of bands, like back then, if there's a rock band or any band, when they want to put out a name, they will put a concert first, and then they would go on tour, not the other way around.
Almost like to show we're that good, and you should also.
Yeah.
And so, which in the second round of your tour, which cities are you gonna go to?
Oh yeah, the cities on round 2 would be Bandung, Bali, of course, Yogyakarta, Semarang. Is it Semarang? Oh no.
Nope.
Bogor. Is it 4? Yeah, it's only 4.
Do you think you're gonna add some more, or you're gonna stop at those?
The first initial plan was to add more.
Okay.
So there's round 1, round 2, and round 3. But as I said, I really need 6 to 8 months to prepare a new set. And for in 2025, there are a couple of gigs that requires me to do a new set.
But also, my question is this: now with GOAT, because of course you are a movie actor, you do a lot of movies, you do a lot of stuff. Are you getting a little bit more back into stand-up comedy, or this is just a tour and then the next special is gonna be also in a few years? Or you're like, okay, now let's focus on stand-up comedy again?
No. It's 100% focus on stand-up comedy again. Because here's the thing, Chris. I'm not that multitasking kind of guy. A lot of comedians after COVID, they were like, okay, I will do stand-ups. Meanwhile, I'll do TV shows as well. I'll do podcasts. I'll do YouTube. I'll do movies and stuff. For me, for the past 10 years, I've been focusing all my attention to movies. Yeah. So what I do every day is watching movies, whether it's French, whether it's Korean, whether it's Japanese. I try to study a lot of acting skills.
It's interesting because any other person that say every day I just wake up and I watch movie, people will say you're lazy as fuck. But you is like, no, I'm doing research.
Well, for everyday people who watch TV, either they're actors or they work in KPI.
Yeah.
So,
Fair.
what are you doing? I'm watching TV again. Well, it's my work. But now, after I put a lot of consideration, I think, well, 10 years is enough. I want to back to my roots, back to where I started, back to where I enjoy doing
Is
it.
it because you got bored of movies or?
Now I'm probably, I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know in how do you say it in English, but it's
And by the way,
cinta lama bersemi kembali. You know?
you're one of the best English of our guests that
Really?
we've ever had. Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, you just
Yeah,
say
no.
For real, Panji though.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Panji. Yeah, you after Panji, you're one of the best for sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And by far, you are the bbest Italian English speaker that I've encountered so far.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of mamma mia. Because I used to live in the US and I moved to many countries. But okay, I have a question for you. Because if people don't know you, you are very easy to hate in a way.
Oh yeah.
Because you are very talented. You're a great stand-up comedian. You won Sushi too, and you're a very good actor.
Appreciate it.
Everyone calls you very handsome. I don't see it, but everyone calls you very handsome.
For me, it's
You
your
you
handsome.
have a beautiful, loving wife.
Thank you.
You have
appreciate it.
everything that people want. So
Appreciate
my
it.
question is, you must have a really small dick, because otherwise it's not fair. Otherwise it's not fair. So is it true that you have a small dick?
So actually, my dick is normal, but compared to my balls, it really does look small.
Oh wow, that I was not ready for that answer. I think I'm gonna have nightmares
No,
tonight.
well-
So you have huge balls.
Yeah, I believe the doctors calls it gigantorus bolus. Gigantorus bolus, it means gigantic balls.
Gigantic balls.
Yeah. Well,
So you're one of those guys that when he gets old, you know that when men get old, the balls tend to fall down.
Yeah.
Yours will be by your knees, basically.
yeah, that's me. So
Nice.
that's the reason I always wear boxers, not briefs.
That's too much information.
Because if I wear briefs, sometimes it falls
please,
out.
please stop.
You started it. Come on.
You know, actually,
No, it's not big balls.
when I was in high school,
Just big ball. Just one side.
Just
of the
one.
ball. Just one. Yeah. Continue.
when I got in high school, I became famous in all my high school and then in all my small town because of my balls.
Really?
Yeah, because what happened is that I got hernia, it's called.
Oh yeah. Right.
So basically, it's a piece of intestine that falls into the ball sack. And so the ball, first of all, it looked like I had 3 balls.
All right.
But then it became so big. And so what my brother did, my brother was actually forcing me, because he's only 1 year older than me, to show the balls to everybody at school.
Oh.
And so from that day, I started being known as Chris 3 Balls. That was the first time I got some notoriety in my life. Chris 3 Balls.
Wait. I don't know if someone already asked you this question in intermezzo. So this is probably a lot of Indonesians are wondering, and since you're Italian, I gotta ask you: is it true if a female dates an Italian guy, and then she gets fingered, it would be like, is it true?
I actually have jokes about that. Yeah.
Really?
No, it's not true. Mother.
I got
Fuck.
fingered with Italiano.
It's a secret technique that only Italians. Motherfucker.
Well, I love Italian being traditional, you know. Yeah.
It's
Italian being traditional in their food and their women. Like, you don't put oil in your lady, right? Like, oil, oil in food.
Olive oil,
Not
yes.
oil in food, not in body. Get out of here.
That's the weird thing about Italian people, because we're only proud about our food. Like anything else, you talk shit about Italy, we're like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But food, but you put milk in carbonara, we will fucking murder you. You know, it's weird.
Back then I went to Italy. I went to Rome,
Okay.
Milan, and
Venice?
is Vatican part of Italy?
The Vatican, in theory, is his own country.
All right.
But it's almost like similar to Monaco with France, you know?
Oh, all right. Oh, and Venice, yeah.
I hate Venice.
You hate Venice?
It smells so bad.
Really?
Because of the canals
because
and
of
everything, it
canals.
smells
yeah,
so bad.
Yeah. But I love the leather though. The leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're specialized in cow leather, right?
Yep.
And well, the reason why Italy has a very good experience for me because I personally myself I love pastas. I love pastas. In Indonesia, I tend to add extra cheese on the pasta.
Okay, extra cheese is
it's
fine.
good, right?
As long as it's not seafood. If you go to an Italian restaurant and you have seafood pasta and you add cheese, you're going to get kicked out of that restaurant.
Oh,
That is as bad as pineapple on pizza.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I got kicked out.
That's the first time in Rome. In Rome, I was like, I had a fettuccine.
Fettuccine?
Fettuccine, but I forgot what is what fettuccine. But I asked, do you have any Parmesan cheese? Oh, no. Eat. Just eat it. It's good.
Yeah, and we don't respect personal opinion when it comes to food. Like even if you say, yeah, but I like it with cheese. Nah, I don't care. You don't put cheese in seafood. Like that. That's the rules for us. And you cannot go away from the rule. Do you cook?
What?
Do you cook?
No, I don't cook. Well, I cook eggs, but it doesn't count as cook. There's nothing wrong with egg. You can just like put egg, put salt, and then voila, it's scrambled egg. So I don't cook.
Only eggs. Does your wife cook?
My wife cooks. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing. She cooks vegetables. It's really good.
Why?
But the thing is, she hates vegetables.
So she gives the vegetable to you.
She gives the vegetable to me, but it's good.
Maybe she hates you. That's why she's...
Probably, yeah. Maybe it's because my gigantos bolus disease. But yeah.
and also, there's something my producer told me that I had no idea. So
What?
you're Padang, right?
Oh yeah, I'm Padang.
And in Padang, they told me that there's no patriarchy. There is the matriarchy.
Oh yeah, here's the thing. Yeah. So
She's in charge.
Yeah.
You were like scared. You're like, yes.
Well, she's the dominant one, that's for sure. Let's put it like this.
She uses a strap-on.
What? Nah. Just the whip.
Okay.
Just the whip.
Fair.
And while in bed, she does the doggy style on me.
With the gigantus hanging.
Well, here's the thing.
They're like the bells on a church.
But here's the thing. In our relationship, me and Kiku and I, if Kiku said, I need to talk to you, in my head, what did I do wrong?
Exactly.
But if I said, I need to talk to you, in her head,
Is what
did
did
you do wrong? That's my relationship is.
Yes.
But it's beautiful. A lot of my materials in Goat comes from her and comes from her, comes from her permission. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, I want to bring this material. Is it okay with you? And she was like, yeah, it's okay. But leave that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only ask permission to my wife if I do black jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Because, of course, my wife is African, so I have to say, is it too far? Is it okay? Is it too much? The problem is that she loves me, so she laughs at everything I say. And so sometimes I did jokes, and in Bali, you always have a few black people, and they were like, bro, that's not cool. And I was like, but she told me I could.
I still remember the first time I met you, I heard your black joke, and then in front of you is your wife, and your wife was like this, and it was hilarious. I cracked myself up there. I was like, oh my God, I really love that joke.
Actually, when I do like very hard black jokes, I always put my wife in the front because everyone looks at her for permission. Like if she laughs, we can laugh.
Oh, that's genius. That's genius. Yeah.
But yeah, wives are a big source of inspiration.
Source of inspiration,
for
right?
comedians.
Well, for instance, for the first and second year of my marriage, every time we had an argue, Kiko and I had an argue, and Kiko was like, "Don't put this in your set list."
Oh, okay. You're like, no, sorry.
But this is good.
The first time I had an argument, I actually used this as a joke with my wife, and I'm Italian, so I'm very passionate, So I guess it's not normal. Like I scream, I'm like, oh, fuck, and I'm do all the hands start moving by themselves. She was like, Chris, you need to stop. You need to understand that yes, we're fighting, yes, we're arguing, but this is not me against you. This is me and you against the problem. And you are the problem. And I was like, okay.
Oh, that's a
fuck
good
that.
one. That's a good one. Did you put that on the set list?
Yes, I did.
That's a good one. Yeah, sometimes a good premise comes from your wife.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And do you have kids?
No, there's a second premise, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The second premise comes from
Not
your
yet.
kids. Not yet. Yeah.
I'm working on a premise that I think is hilarious because my son is obviously half white and half black.
Right.
And I actually did have a nightmare that I want to turn into a bit, which is that my son was saying the N-word to me. And I was like, and so the premise is like, how do I react to that, you know? Like I tell my son, hey, go clean your room. And he said, oh, shut up, N-word. And at the point, I go clean his room. Like, what else can I do? At the point, he's the man of the house.
Yeah, and you can't say it. You can't say the N-word. He's my son, but still.
I'm actually, my wife never uses the word. One time he called me with that word, and I was like so proud of myself, you know?
Really?
She was like, shut up. And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I got the jive on me,
Exactly.
right? I'm 5 now.
I think that because I'm married, I should have like a one-time pass a year where I can say the N-word. You know, maybe like at Christmas or like Thanksgiving.
You never said the N-word to your wife?
No.
Wait, your wife, she's...
African.
She's African, right?
Yeah.
She's deep,
She's
right?
black.
She's origin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, if you could get a pass from her...
No, I have zero pass and I'm terrified of her. So I do nothing that upset her.
Does it ever cross your mind when you two are arguing and then
No.
you're winning? And she was like, I'm sorry, Chris, this is all my fault. And then you said, no, it's okay, just give me one pass.
That's genius. I will actually use that. But I don't know why, and especially Americans, because since I've been with my wife, the amount of white people that want to use the N-word with me is so much. And usually it's always like this. Oh, I know you have an African wife. And listen, I don't say the word and then they say it. But I think that, and I was like, then why are you saying it? Like everyone wants to use the N-word with me, especially when I teach new comedians. Because, when you're new comedians, they want to be offensive.
Yeah.
New comedians wants to be special, so they misunderstand being funny with being offensive because they know that if they say something outrageous, they're gonna get a big reaction.
Yeah.
So the amount of N-word jokes that I got, shitty N-word joke from new comedians that want to learn from me is
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people or a lot of comics doesn't understand is for being offensive, you have to be more funny.
Yeah.
Just as you said. And if you want to be funnier than the problem itself, you have to write and dig more deep, do some research more.
And with the offensive, one time I almost got killed. Thank God I didn't tell that joke because I was in South Africa. And Afrikaans, which is the language that was brought by the Dutch, is similar to Indonesian in some word because it was the Dutch. And one of my opening in Bahasa that everyone loves is Assalamualaikum, and then I say Saya Bule kafir.
All right.
But kafir in South Africa is worse than the N-word.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
What does it mean?
It's like the N-word.
But it's worse.
But worse.
Okay.
So because I was doing a show for a Muslim crowd, I was like, I'm going to do the kafir bit. And thank God I told to one of the comedians, and he was like, what the fuck did you just say? I was like, what they almost beat me up.
Oh.
So you also have to understand, you have to be careful where you are.
Oh wow! No, that I didn't.
So
realize,
if you ever perform in South Africa, never use that word.
Especially,
and also, so I heard there is an N word for Indonesian, right?
There's an N word for Indonesian.
Indo, and then after the N.
Indo. N. What is it? I had no idea. Oh, is it Indon?
I cannot say it. Oh,
some
people told me that's the N word for Indonesia.
Nah,
people.
Probably. Maybe It's well for me. I don't know. I don't know about other Indonesians, but it's probably offensive because there was a time where Indonesia and Malaysia has a very strong clash.
So that's how Malaysian called Indonesia.
Malaysia called us Indons,
Fuck Malaysian.
but but for me, it's like
Sorry. He's not saying that. I'm saying that.
nah. no. Because I have a lot of Malaysian friends, so a lot of Malaysian friends they love Indonesian. A lot of Indonesian love Malaysians also. So I don't put myself in a circle where I hate Malaysians.
Yeah,
I put
fair.
in a circle where Malaysians and Indonesians are one. We're just waiting for us to be united. So that's why.
Well, but it's also fun to have the rivalry. Like Italian and French always talk shit about each other, and it's normal. You know?
Really? What happened with Italian and French?
Well, first of all, everyone hates the French.
I thought French versus European.
Yeah, not French against the world.
Yeah. I thought French against the world.
Because French think that they're better than everyone else, but there's no reason. So France actually is the Malaysia of Europe,
yeah.
if you think about it.
Okay. If you put it that way, all right.
Yeah, the one thing I don't understand is why Indonesians are so nice. Because when Malaysians try to claim rendang, I always imagine if, like, I don't know, French people would say, oh, pizza is French. Like, if French people, and you guys are like, yeah. Like, you're almost like he's the annoying little brother. You're just like, fuck it. We'll just say whatever you want. You're wrong, but whatever. Like, if France would come out and say pizza is French, we would march on France. and we would take a shit on every croissant that we see. Like, no. It's crazy that you accept that.
Your mother is a whore. I don't care.
And
Pizza
exactly,
is ours.
exactly.
We go to war now.
And France already has one of the biggest Italian thing. Because the Mona Lisa is in France. They stole it from Italy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Is it
In Paris, in Louvre.
Louvre, yeah. Well, here's the thing. You said earlier why Indonesians are very nice. We're not nice. We're just smart. So here's the thing. Well, there's no funny bit in here, right? So the explanation is a lot of Indonesians aware that Indonesian and Malaysian have a different kinds of rendang, different kinds of batik. So that's why when Malaysians say, this is batik, this is ours.
Why are you doing the Malaysian with the Italian accent? This is batik.
This is ours. Papangkulo. I'm sorry. This is batik lah.
Okay,
Is
better.
it? I don't know Malaysian. Sorry. And we're like, oh yeah, that is your batik. Like when, for instance, when who is the podcaster, the famous podcaster that went in Indonesia, the one African American guy, Aisho Speed.
Yes.
Aisho Speed went to Malaysia, and then
What is this?
the hair,
Okay.
the hair, his hair were like, Aisho Speed went to Malaysia to do content, and then Malaysian people were like, "This is batik. This is."
Yeah, and he even asked, and they said, "No, he's from Malaysia, batik."
Yeah, and then a lot of netizen in Indonesia doesn't aware that it is Malaysian batik, and we're like, "What is Malaysian talking about? It is ours." Meanwhile, a lot of Indonesians were like, "No, there is Malaysian batik. That specific batik is Malaysian batik." We Indonesians have a lot of batik. We have batik Madura, batik Jogja, batik. In Timur, not batik. In Timur, we have kain tenun Sumba, like kain Ambon, kain Sulawesi. There's a lot of kain. There's a lot of batik in Indonesia. So we know which we don't know which one is ours, but we definitely know. Okay, that one is Malaysian.
Because it's worse. That doesn't look good. Let's give that one to.
It's like there is pizza, but it's French.
No, we would never.
No.
Even the worst pizza has to be Italian.
French pizza
Like for
with
example,
banana.
No pizza with banana.
Wait, how do you respond with? Did you try Pizza Hut in Indonesia?
Pizza
Have you
Hut-
tried?
So first of all, Pizza Hut is not pizza.
All right, okay. Pizza Hut is not pizza. So, what is your opinion about the Oreo pizza? So there's pizza, and there's Oreo on top.
I think both Oreo and Pizza Hut should go bankrupt because of that. Because
What are they trying to do? Are they trying to declare war?
My grandma is dead, but she will commit suicide if she sees Oreo pizza. That's what I think.
I believe if there's a 90-year-old Italian on his deathbed, and was like a lot of families across, like, don't die, grandfather. And there's like, do you have any ketchup for this pizza?
Oh no, no, that's the worst. The Indonesian are the worst, objectively, with pizza. But we are running out of time. I'm getting signals from your team.
All right.
You're like Trump when he does interview, and then his team is like, he has to stop.
Yes,
So
to
now we
stop.
have the second session, which is very quick.
All right.
Is a game session. Is a rapid question session. So I ask you a question, you answer immediately.
All right,
okay?
cool. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Gaming or stand-up?
Stand up. What?
What? Gilbas or Kemal?
Kemal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's obvious. Gilbas sucks. That's how you answer.
No. But Kemal
Corporate,
is handsome.
stand-up doing corporate or university?
Oh, universities. Love universities. Yeah.
Never
love it.
did a university.
Really? Shoot.
Gazalel, I don't even know him. Gazalel Malak or Kiku?
Kiku. Gazazel Malak. Really?
Gazal-
You know that guy? No, it's just, long story short, it's my character in a game.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
That's what it is.
What?
Would you rather make twice as much money as you do, but work at a job you hate, or make half but love your work?
Make half.
Yeah,
I love
because
my
you
work.
already make good money. That's why.
Yeah, and my wife's pretty, so I don't need a lot of money.
My wife is free. And you have huge balls.
Yeah,
That's
I have huge balls.
that
I got
always
huge
helps.
balls.
I got huge balls.
Yeah.
You should do OnlyFans.
Yeah, sure. Probably good. No,
Guess balls on OnlyFans.
I want to do OnlyFans, but only the ASMR. Just sound of me jerking off, talk like that.
Why?
No one ever did it, right?
And there's a reason. Why?
It's a breakthrough.
Would you what questions would you rather have every fart silent but deadly,
Oh,
or super loud but odorless?
this is one of my stand-up. It's silent but deadly.
Is better.
Actually, it's silent but violent. It's way more funnier than it sounds.
Oh yes.
right?
it
Silent
sounds-
but violent,
silent but
and
violent.
loud and proud.
Open mic or stand-up festival?
Oh God. Open mic.
Really?
Wait. No.
It's too late.
Stand-up fest. All right.
Too
stand-up.
late.
Okay.
Don't invite him to festival.
No, Hajis. Come on.
Would you like to do a set for a crowd of gamers, or compete in a gaming tournament in front of a comedy club audience?
Wait, what? A set of.
So doing stand-up for gamers,
Yeah.
or doing gaming for comedians?
Doing gaming for comedians? Oh, no. Basically, stand up in front of gamers.
Yeah,
I know their world. Their world is my
Yeah.
world. So yeah.
that would be fun. Why is it so much about his farts? Like, are you what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of people are interested in my asshole.
There was, I don't know if there was a lady. Yeah, I think this was 2023 or 2022.
Yeah.
That became a millionaire by selling farts in a jar to Indian guys. What?
Oh yeah, I know.
And then she started having stomach problem because she was eating too many beans, and she had to stop selling farts, and she started selling booby sweat.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that's a breakthrough. I'm gonna do that. I'm a after this podcast, all Indonesians know that I have a gigantus balls. I'm gonna sell. There's a water, and I double dip my balls in it, like just like a double dipping.
I'll be your first customer.
Yeah.
Would you like have a small unnoticed fart every time you're with one person? So every time just like, or fart once really loudly in front of a huge crowd once a year?
I would like one small unnoticed.
No, come on, it would be an event.
Yeah.
Like people gathering around, and you go there and you just make a huge fart.
No, you know what I do? I'm gonna go to a restaurant and I'm gonna fart in one table, and then I move away and watch them as they were they were pointing fingers
Blaming
and
each other.
who farts like that. Yeah.
By the way, I think that the producer put this many questions because I'm actually smelling something. I'm pretty sure that during this podcast, gave farted a few times.
Yeah, I farted like there.
Your eyes twitch when you fart?
Every time my right eye twitch, it farts.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, would you either bomb these questions are weird. Would you rather bomb but stand up in front of your favorite game developers or lose a gaming competition while being roasted by a famous comedian?
Oh no! Wait. All right. Oh my god, this is worst. Whatever. I hate bombing.
And you hate losing
I
games.
hate losing games as well. Oh no. These questions, it's personal.
It's like, look at you. You're
I know. It didn't mean a lot to you, but for me it was like, oh no.
like you have a vein popping out. Like,
Oh shit. Oh, this guy's good. Oh, hold on. I hate losing. I hate being sore loser, and I hate a sore winner as well. You know, like a sore winner, like ha,
Yeah,
I
oh,
win.
that's-
Ha,
that's the
dead.
best. That's
Die.
the best. All right, neither.
Nah. Okay. I gotta.
Okay.
Okay. I rather lost in a game and then got roasted by a comedian.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Would you rather have cheat codes for the best stand-up jokes or perfect comedy timing in every stream?
Oh my lord. Can I have both?
No, just one.
You know what? I would like to have a cheat code.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would have a cheat code. Yeah.
that'd be fun. And which city has the best crowd?
Which city has the best crowd? I gotta hand it to you. It's Solo.
Solo?
Because you know, if you asked me a week earlier, I might have said Tangerang. If you asked me 3 weeks earlier, I might have said Bekasi. But I don't know the special in Goat. But in Goat Tour, the duration gets longer, and the laughter gets tighter, and my tempo gets faster. But meanwhile, it's longer. For in Goat special, the time was 1 hour and 25 minutes, and the last tour in Solo, it was estimated 147.
Oh, wow. Oh, damn, almost 2 hours.
Yeah,
But
and
are you...
meanwhile, I'm talking in a fast and high tempo and being energized. I don't rest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But are you the kind of guy like, the rock band that say, you're the best crowd I've ever had to every gig?
No. I'm always I'm always honest. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad.
Fair.
I'm always honest. I mean, for instance, back then, I'm not gonna say which town or which city, but one of my opener has a really hard time with his opening bit.
Can you tell the opener?
No,
okay.
but I tell the opener. I told him right after his performance. I'm still in the middle of the show. I'm still waiting for my part, and then after he comes off the stage, I was like,
You
"That's
suck.
good." Even though, not you suck. Like, that's good, but you don't get paid. You know, you're
damn.
supposed to be funny. No, I'm just no. I was like, well, it's fortunate that you have a great set at the end, because on the first set you almost bombed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The sore winner you were talking about.
No, I'm not sorry. I'm telling. I'm a good friend. It's tough love.
And it's
Yeah.
good to have tough love.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that in a a lot of people tend to like there's two options between the hard truth or the sweet lies.
And also many comedians are either over critical or they're completely delusional and think, oh, I did great. And you're like, no, you...
Yeah. But life is not a fit comedy.
Sorry. Rapid question.
All right. Sorry.
Which one is harder, crowd work or handling hecklers?
Handling hecklers.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't do crowd
Oh,
works.
you have to go to Australia to perform, man.
Really? Oh,
It's fun, but they're brutal. How many questions more? One of the last one. What's the best movie you've ever been a part of?
The best movie I've been part of? Probably Gara-Gara Warisan. Yeah. That's a movie that my friend made, and I believe I performed it very well. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Who or what is your biggest inspiration to go to comedy?
My biggest it will be my mother.
Oh, that's sweet.
She is the heart of the party. She's every time she went to a party or she went to her friends friends event, she tends to brag about how she made her friends laugh, how her friends like, oh my god, so you're 70? I thought you were 65, because of her energy. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's probably
That's a good answer. And that was the end of it.
All right.
So just one more thing before we finish. We always let the guest close up the show. So of course, please remind about the Go Tour, but then also ask to subscribe and give the bye-bye and everything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and don't forget, Go Tour Round 2 is coming up, and just stay tuned on my Instagram, which is Pamungkas, or my office Instagram, which is _corp. Once again, _corp. And stay tuned on Bule GoVlog. There's a lot of potential comedians. There's a lot of guest stars that will entertain you, and probably you'll love it. Trust me, you'll love it. That's it. And thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Please go hit the click button below, notifications, and
Oh, he's
best of
good at
luck.
this. He's good at this.
Is it?